Hi everybody, it is the middle of summer and it is super hot. It's even hotter in that container. Yes, I've lost my voice, so this is Becca's super sexy swamp cooler project. Because it's so hot in the container, we decided, and we don't have insulation yet, we decided that we need to come up with a solution to hopefully help bring the temperature down a little bit. Because Cade can work remote, so he's inside the container in the heat trying to work. So whatever we can do to hopefully bring the temperature down a little bit will be much nicer for him. So the things you need for this project are a paint bucket from Home Depot. I think these are just one or another 5-gallon bucket and with a lid. You will also need a fountain pump, a fan that will go on top of the lid, some tubing. Make sure your tubing fits the size of whatever pump fitting you have. A clamp to clamp off the tubing, an evaporative cooler pad, and some window screen. And if you don't already have these, you'll need some of the circular drill bits to drill some circles into the bucket. You'll need a 1.5 inch and a 2 inch in order to complete the project. That's basically everything you're going to need to make this project. All right, this whole project cost us about $136 total. But if you already have some of the pieces and drill bits that you need, this project could be even cheaper. The most expensive parts of this project for us was the fountain pump. It was about $30 or $40. The fan was only like $7 or $8. The other really expensive part of this project were the drill bits. We didn't have the circular drill bit sizes that we needed, so we had to buy those as well. The cooling pad isn't that expensive. It's like $8 or less. I would say your project could range from about $160 on down, just depending on what things you've already got around. Okay, now we are going to cut the evaporative cooler pad and the window screen to the size of the bucket. Okay, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm gonna cut it so it's getting really close, and then we'll just trim it up a little bit more if we need it. All right, I hope I cut that straight. I think I did. Now I'm just gonna use this kind of as a pattern on the evaporative cooler pad, and we'll just kind of cut the same shape. This might be a little bit messy. Okay, I hope this isn't going to be a problem. It's a little bit short on the side. Now, I measured my screen for the outside dimension, so maybe on the inside dimension, it's going to be a little bit less, so maybe it won't be as big a deal. It also has netting around it, so once I start cutting it, hopefully that doesn't cause a problem. I think the netting kind of is there to help keep it from all that straw-like stuff from blowing and falling away. Cross your fingers, this is going to work. This is getting messy. There was another kind of evaporative cooler pad that wasn't like this straw-like stuff. It was more like a blue, man-made synthetic kind of material. I wonder if that one would have held together a little bit better. So if this doesn't work this time, maybe we'll get that one and we'll try it again next time we come up. I don't know if you guys can see all that. The more I think about it, the more I wonder if this is going to cause a problem now that we've cut into it. Because we don't want all this stuff flying out into our fan motor or anything like that. So I'm going to double check with Cade and see what he thinks. Though I did just have another thought. We could take some more of the window screen and wrap it over that edge that is loose, so it will act kind of as the netting instead. That might be an option. Okay, so I talked to Cade. He thinks that the evaporative cooler thing, we're going to make it work. Now we're coming up to a fan problem. We have 2 fans.
And you can't even talk.
I can't talk. He's going to talk now.
So we got a fan that's battery powered. It's a little bit smaller. When we fit it on the fan, I think it might work. We'll just cut a smaller hole for it. We'll try this one first because it's always easier to make a hole bigger than it is to make one smaller. And we got this 9-inch fan, but it's really, really big. So if you put that on I would take up the whole bucket lid.
So one is too small, the other one might be too big. But one thing I've learned about projects out here is you just kind of make things work.
Yeah.
You just have to make them work.
So this one's actually 5 inches, but I don't know, that looks more like 3 inches on the
It's probably
maybe it's
5 inches
on
the whole
yeah.
thing, not just the fan.
The nice thing about this one is it is battery powered, so you don't have to worry about wires and stuff. And it is blowing air out. I just don't know how much it'll suck.
You don't want it to suck, but you do want it to suck.
You want it to blow.
Okay, so the instructions, I'll throw up a picture of the instructions in the video for you guys to see. So the instructions have 2 smaller holes and then a bigger hole, and then 2 smaller holes and a bigger hole all the way around the bucket. He doesn't think we need to do that. I don't know why we need to do that way either. Like, is there a reason for the different size holes?
I'm thinking only aesthetics.
So we're gonna go for just smaller holes?
No, just bigger holes.
Oh, bigger holes?
Yeah.
So you're going for the 2-inch holes?
Yes.
I'll throw a link down below to the project that we got our instructions from if you guys want to check it out. And then we'll also throw some links down to all the parts. If you guys want to try making one of these for yourself as well, then you'll have the whole parts list. Okay, so we're cutting for the fan. Whoa, it's a little squirrely.
Pocket knife go.
It's kind of cute. It's like a little flower almost. Okay, don't cut yourself with the knife either. My job is to worry and point out the obvious things like be careful.
Not super pretty, but it's got a hole in it. And the fan can sit kind of right on top of it.
Okay. He's going to make it look pretty.
I don't know about that. We'll have holes. The hardest part about this is getting those discs off after we drill it. The bucket's really not that thick. See, look how thin those are.
Okay, so I'm going to take the window screen and line the inside first.
We could have used a bigger.
Or maybe I should put the window screen with this and do it at the same time.
This is going to work.
It's not going to work.
I didn't realize this had the, I thought this was one piece.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like this and it had the 2 ends. It looked like it had 2 ends and we were going to insert the tube inside of there, but this actually does have threads that this needs to go around, but the tube we got was too small. So this project may have to wait till another day to get the right tubing.
Okay, so what we decided on this, since I cut the netting part off the top and this is all going to fall out, we'll put it just on the very bottom, up against the bottom of the bucket, because it still has netting on the top, and then it won't be flying all over.
We can tie. I feel like it's going to fill the bottom full of the.
Well, it will. It's either that or this kind of goes over the top like that, maybe, to kind of hold it in. According to the instructions, the purpose of the window screen is to keep this from drying out too fast.
I feel like it's just, you're getting stuff all over you.
I know.
That's going to be in the water.
I know. That's why I was worried about this.
And then it's going to get sucked into the pump, and the pump's not going to ruin the pump.
I mean, if we have to go get other parts.
I'm thinking we go get the other.
We get the other evaporative cooler pad.
I think we might want to
because that blue one, I don't think is going to fall apart like this one.
I think we have to postpone it to another day. Get a different type.
Okay. So this project will be to be continued.
Okay, we are back. We are going to try and finish this little project. We went to Home Depot and we got a different swamp cooler pad. See, this one is like all together and it's not like coming apart like the other one. So I think this is going to be a better choice. So I'm going to hurry and measure it. We have a new tube, and then I think all we have left to do is just put it together, fill the bucket with water, put the fan on, and see if it works. So let's get this project finished. We're just going to cut it to size. It's going to be right there. Okay, so we've got our piece that's cut, and then this is the screen. So we're going to kind of go like this, and let's put it in there and see how this fits. The screen has to be so it kind of goes around the outside, and then you'll put the swamp cooler pad on the inside of the bucket. Get this in there, shall we? I'm just going to kind of roll it up like that, and then we're just going to kind of unroll it inside. Wow, see, look how it didn't even come all the way together on the outside, but look, now we are definitely overlapping. So the interior dimension is definitely smaller, obviously. We're going to cut this down just a teeny bit. There, that looks a little bit better. See? All right, now we're gonna get the other pieces and we're gonna get this all put together. Okay, so next I think all we need to do is put the pump and the hose together, poke little drainage holes in here so it will get the padding all wet, and then I think just put the lid on and I think we're done. Let's get this pump and hose put together. Voila! I'm gonna put the pump, suction cup to the bottom where all the water will be. And then this just goes along the top here. Then we're gonna cut this off and clamp it. Clamp it like right there. I am not measuring and being very precise on this. I hope you guys don't mind. Some of you out there are probably like, ah, no, don't do it. But I think it'll still work. I'm gonna clamp it shut. I'm gonna fold it and then clamp it. This is true DIY amateur hour. We hope this will work. It is a very hot day today. It is very hot in that container. Let's see, today the weather forecast said about 84 degrees. Our thermometer inside said 94, so about 10 degrees hotter. Either way, that's hot. Hopefully this will help bring the temperature down just a little bit so it's a little bit more bearable, especially for when Cade is working from up here. It'd be nice if it was just a little bit cooler. Okay, next we're going to use this little push pin. We're gonna poke holes in our tubing so that we've got a lot of holes so that the water can come down and get our little mat all nice and saturated. So let's get poking. It's pretty easy to poke these. That's nice. Not super precise, just a bunch of holes. All you OCD people, please don't come after me. It's okay, I promise. It will not be the end of the world that I'm not measuring things. I sure hope this project works. It would sure be nice if it did. We're gonna save the push pin in case these holes don't work and we need to push some new holes. Cross your fingers. Okay, now we've got the holes poked. All we need is our lid, our fan, fill it with water, plug it in, hope it works. Just like that, we hope. Alrighty.
Wow, so amazing.
What do you think? I think all we have left to do is add the water, plug it in, turn on the fan.
Sorry.
Okay, we're gonna go get some water from the sink. Y'all remember our fabulous sink project? Okay, here we go. Okay, we need about 2 gallons in here, so about a third of the way full. Okay, we're gonna plug it in. Might need more holes. You think it's gonna be drippy enough? The pressure doesn't seem very high.
I'm just thinking your holes, it's kind of closed back in around your holes.
So poke more holes.
We'll make the holes bigger.
Okay, so we're gonna make the holes a little bit bigger. We're a little bit worried about the pump on the pressure. Wait, the pressure on the pump. Hopefully this will work. Yeah, that's spraying a lot better now. Okay, and we want the fan pointing so it pulls the air out. How's it feel? Cool?
But there's not much air coming out of those holes.
Okay, should we just let it go run in the container for a little bit?
Sure.
See if it cools it down?
Sure.
All right. There it is. The air coming out does feel kind of cool. It's not coming out the sides. Yeah, not very much comes out the sides. Okay, so overall, we're not too sure if it's gonna work. We're gonna leave it running for a little bit, see if it helps cool things down in here. Hopefully this will make it cool down a little bit. We'll give you an update in a little while. All right, so let's talk about the swamp cooler.
The swamp knot cooler?
The swamp knot cooler. Jury's still out. It didn't work. We left it for a couple hours today and it didn't cool anything down.
Yeah, it's still warm when we came back. It really wasn't dripping water through the little tubing that we had. That tubing sealed up really quickly. So we're gonna maybe go get a drill and drill actual holes that can't close back up.
So bigger holes.
Just poking the holes in, you'd poke them through. We tried even with like a fork to get it a little bit wider. And the holes were poked in, but then they'd like slowly close over themselves.
Yeah.
So no water was dripping down. But
So So
I'm not super confident. We might try a little higher powered fan on top too, just to put it to rest. But
yeah, try a couple new things, but we also have a couple other ideas if this one doesn't work out.
exactly.
So
Stay tuned.